I'm Marek Frič from Slovakia. I'm gay. I am living in Prague in Czech Republic. I have been living here for 21 years. My partner is Jin Wenjin. He's Chinese. We are together more than 15 years. I think it was when I was really young, 5 years. I never hated myself, but of course I thought about this, if I can change. When I was in the first classroom, I remember I had problems with older schoolmates, because in our village, I'm from small village, and affect everything in your life. Because I was different than other, I didn't play football with them. One story, when they closed me at the water closet, they make fun that I am Baba, that means like a girl, and it was very unpleasant for me. In the time, it was first time I met bullied for me, but nobody spoke about these things. It was because it was in 1985. It was a long time ago. It was before revolution. It was communistical. Everything was different. People cannot speak about many things. The behavior of people were totally different. And I was very young, yeah? It was something like psychological attack for me. Revolution came when I was in 6th class. Everything after revolution started. They can write something and they can meet each other if they wanted. When I was in 7th class of the primary school, that means 13 years old, learn about sexuality, sexual organs and how it works. But for sexuality, we got very small, very thin book, and I remember there was something like secret or something like answer for question, and it was hidden, and you need to use plastic foil, red plastic foil, to be able to read it. It was like a game for readers, so some things were written there, so you need to have it. So we got it, of course, and first time I met my homosexuality. It was directly from school. We got it from school, from our teacher. Everybody got it. Then I looked in a very big book we had at home, yeah, and I found it. And there was written quite nice, okay, this is some kind of state of mood. You are attracted by the same sex, and the name is homosexuality. And then I realized, oh, that's me. My mom still lived in Slovakia, so it was funny story, my coming out, because it was done by my father. He found that I visited some gay sites on the web. It was more than 20 years ago, and we shared only one computer and so on. And then he started to really angry about this. So he started to shout on me. He explained me that I shouldn't be gay, so I should stop it directly to be gay. Yeah. He thought he can change me only by order. So, and when I didn't change, he started to blackmail me, and he told me, if you don't stop, I would tell it your mother. Okay, so you have no chance, you need to say it. So he went downstairs. We had big house, as you see, yeah, and he went to kitchen and he started to shout on my mother, your fucking son is gay, and so on, blah blah blah. After 5 minutes, my little sister, she's just 1 year younger, she came to visit me, and she said me, I think so about you, that you're gay. That was everything. And my mother said nothing that day, nothing, nobody. Because in our family it's behave don't to speak about any problems, especially about sex and so on, yeah. A few days after I met my mother, she was watching TV and there was some sitcom about gay couple, and they were waiting for visiting of one of mother of that the couple. It was funny because they speak about a mother of law. It was a US comedy, so they accepted it, and it was quite normal for people there. Mother-in-law was really conflict person, not because of gays, but in general. Yeah, but it is the same as we say the mother-in-law is always problem. So it was funny, and my mother told me, look at that, probably you will have the similar problem. I moved to Prague. When I was here for 1.5 years, I met first boyfriend. I fell in love really well. It was really nice. So I was really happy. When I came home, so first I visit my older sister, but she was married in that time and has 2 small children. So she was really busy with everything. She looked at me and she said, what is wrong with you? You are different. And I said, I am happy. And she said, why you are happy? Because I found my first boyfriend. And it was funny because his sister just told me, you are still gay? Okay. You need to know, people didn't know about this and they don't understand this situation. And then I were with my mother and she saw that I am really happy and so on. So she asked me about that and she told me, yes, that's nice. I want you are happy. And it doesn't matter with whom, male or female or dog. It doesn't matter. If you are happy, you can be happy. It was first and support of my mom that she need to say something about my relationship. But my first boyfriend, he had problem with his homosexuality. He was closed here in Czech Republic and he had problem with it. His family, mother, father and sister and maybe some friends. The second one was quite open, but he has many other problems. Yeah, and the last boyfriend is Benjin, really nice and very kind person, and everybody loved him. Some of them more than me.
That time I was 41. Yeah.
31.
Mark was 31.
It was my birthday. Really nice, I think. We discussed everything, our plans, futures, where we are living, about families, jobs, and so on. We didn't speak about sex. No sex.
Like my plan to the future, his plan to the future. So we exchanged our vision.
We were looking for a partner, and if you want to find a partner, you need to have the same future.
Because if I'm telling that I don't want to stay in Czech Republic, I will go back to China to live. This is my future plan, and I think he will not continue to be with me.
Yeah. We checked each other if it is suitable to be partners. After our first met, I realized this is a really different kind of man I met before. I said, yeah, this is really interesting for me. Maybe I met some people at my work, but he was the first person I wanted to plan something together. Yeah, he was one of the main points. What was very sexy for me, that Benjin is really straightforward. After 1 week, I remember he asked me to change my status on web application. I was single, and he asked me to change it to the
开始谈恋爱
我知道。
start of the
yes,
of the
start of
relationship.
new relationship.
Yeah.
Gays had only 3 states: single, something in the future, and partnered. When my first, second partner, they use many metaphors, and it is something like blurring the truth.
At that time, of course, we already had some appointment meeting together, and we even traveled together to Venice. And after the trip, I'm quite sure that he's the person who I'm looking for. He is a people really intelligent, and with whom I can talk with. 他不是极端的人，他是很中庸的人，平和的人 calm, quiet, in peace, and he has a sense of responsibility and the family. But that time I was already 40 years old. I cannot wait for a long time looking for somebody or waste the time for somebody. Actually, he didn't want to go with me. So I asked him directly, do you want to be my boyfriend? And we can start. If you don't want, you have to go away. I need to find somewhere else. If you are not sure, I give you some time.
After this Venice visit, and he suggested change the state to partnered, and I answered, well, in Czech Republic and in Europe, it's usual that you are sometimes together and then you are partner. So I cannot tell you if I am your partner or not. He explained me. In China, you decided to be partner and then you do everything to be good partner. So don't think about 2 or 3 years that if you are or not. Yes, I agree. And I agreed very, very happy. And I know all these problems with my ex-boyfriend. They still didn't know okay or no. They had some problems with family. They cannot tell.
先结婚后恋爱
Choose me or not me. So it was really pleasant for me because I never get this question if I want to be partner of somebody. But he explained me, you need to decide. Because if you don't decide to be partner, you will still looking for somebody else or what? Yeah, no doubt about this. Okay, if sometimes will come some problems, we can solve it.
I don't think we have some big problem. We almost never quarreled. We exchanged opinions, and we don't agree each other. We just listen to the opinion from each other. So our relationship goes really very well. We can see also, like after next 15 years, we will be together as well.
各位先生、各位女士，晚上好。今天是金文君与 Malik 的10年一载纪念日，见证他们俩的爱的喜悦。我们共同祝愿他们携手一路同行到老。
Přejeme, aby společně vydrželi co nejdýl a spolu stárnout.
Before that, I had a really, I think, a very hard time of my life. I finished a relationship before Marek, and I was very sad because of that. Also, I had a problem with my job, but Marek came, and he is a very happy person, and he is a person with a big sense of humor. And he can explain the things very good to me. He can he analyze the situation and do a lot of very good suggestion to me. So after I met him, I really smile in a dream. I had before it never happened. I always had bad, awful, terrible dreams. But that time it was the first time I remember. I told my mother also, it never has happened to me. And after I met Marek, I smiled in the dream.
At the beginning of March 2009, my oldest aunt died. Yeah, because she was really old. I think it was one thing I realized, yes, this is different state than before. Because I have somebody who can share my happiness or illness. Sadness, yes. Oh, sorry. But he helped me a lot. Be with him and share this situation, and he said, oh, everything will be okay. And he was in everything, yeah? So when I had problem at work, so he was just with me. Sometimes to be happy means that you are not unhappy.